Hello，大家好，欢迎回到外媒看中国，我是安博然。President Trump and his administration are continuing to do all they can to massively speed up the inevitable decline of the United States, blocking Harvard University from accepting international students and forcing current international students to change schools ASAP or risk losing their visas. While other aspects of American cultural soft power, like its so-called freedoms, Hollywood TV and films, and even Apple iPhones, have lost their shine in recent years, its Ivy League universities held on as one last bastion of admiration for many Chinese. But now even that is on the rocks as the Department of Homeland Security accuses Harvard, one of the country's top universities, of colluding with the Communist Party of China and allowing students who are against the mass murder of Palestinians the right to protest on campus. China has hit back, warning the Trump administration that it better stop politicizing education and tarnishing what little that country has left to be proud of. Today we'll go beyond the propaganda. This is Reports on China. I'm Andy Borham here in Shanghai. Let's get reporting. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, otherwise known as the gun-toting Ice Barbie, has sent a letter to Harvard University informing them that their permission to enroll international students has been revoked, and that existing international students need to switch universities as soon as possible or risk losing their visa status. In the letter, Noem accused the Ivy League school of allowing students to protest against the Israeli massacre of Palestinian civilians and colluding with the Communist Party of China as her reasoning. She posted the letter on X and wrote, "This administration is holding Harvard accountable for fostering violence, anti-Semitism, and coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party on its campus. It is a privilege, not a right, for universities to enroll foreign students and benefit from their higher tuition payments to help pad their multi-billion-dollar endowments. Harvard had plenty of opportunity to do the right thing. It refused. They have lost their student and exchange visitor program certification as a result of their failure to adhere to the law. Let this serve as a warning to all universities and academic institutions across the country." China has hit back with Foreign Affairs spokesperson Mao Ning warning the Trump administration that it had better change course pretty quickly if it wants to hold on to any remaining remnants of credibility, she said. The Chinese side has consistently opposed the politicization of educational cooperation. The US move will only damage its own image and international credibility. China will firmly safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese students and scholars abroad. And the rights and interests of Chinese students are paramount here, since students from China make up the largest group of international students currently enrolled at the Ivy League school, according to Harvard's website. In the 2024-2025 academic year, Harvard enrolled 6,793 international students, comprising about 27% of its total student body. Estimates suggest that approximately 2,126 Chinese students are enrolled, making China the top country, followed by Canada and India. And that is having a chilling effect on the average Chinese, who has already lost a lot of admiration for the United States and its institutions over the past 10 years or so, as that country continues to make blunder after blunder and slip further and further out of its once hegemonic position in the world. There is more to come in this video, but just a quick reminder that you have just 2 more days to enter the draw to win some awesome Reports on China merchandise, including my retro but at what cost enamel mug and my much sought after Wu Mao medal in silver. Just head along to your local Amazon site, grab a paperback, hardcover or Kindle version of my book, The Wu Mao Handbook, 20 Anti-China Lies Debunked, and then enter your Amazon order number at reportsonchina.com. I'll contact the winners by email on May 26. Okay, back to the video. The New York Times wrote an article titled, "In Attacks on Harvard, Chinese see yet another reason to write off the US," which reads, "Even as other symbols of the United States, Hollywood, for example, or iPhones, lost their cachet from many Chinese, American universities remained a source of aspiration, even veneration. Elite universities like Harvard played a particularly important role in that admiration. In recent years, even student exchanges have started to suffer from the two countries' frosty ties, as many have worried about anti-Chinese discrimination, difficulty securing visas, or crime. But schools like Harvard were an exception. They remained as attractive as ever to Chinese students, who were willing to overlook other concerns for the promise of a best-in-the-world education. Now even that beacon is in question. Harvard has vowed to fight back. In a statement released following Kristi Noem's letter, it said, "The government's action is unlawful. We are fully committed to maintaining Harvard's ability to host international students and scholars who hail from more than 140 countries and enrich the university and this nation immeasurably." But is it too late? Just this year alone, the leadership of the United States has massively damaged trust for itself around the world, not least of all when Trump announced his Liberation Day tariffs, not just targeting countries like China, who the hacks on Capitol Hill view as an adversary, but even supposed allies like the Australians, who actually have a trade deficit with the United States. It seems that everything either of that country's two political parties has done over the past decade or so has been perfectly designed to erode trust in Washington, D.C. and hasten its already irreversible slide from relevancy into becoming just another global player. But don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely happy about that, since America's track record during its decades at the top has been abysmal, with looting, murder, dominance, bullying, and cheating being the order of the day. That track record stands in stark contrast with that of China, which, despite almost all Western mainstream media coverage of this country being biased disinformation, is managing to show the world that a country can grow and succeed without firing a single bullet. Just as the latest example, China's standing up against Trump's bullying tactics as part of his tariff scam helped many millions of people around the globe to think twice about what they believed about China before and look a little more closely. And what they're seeing is a stable, fair, friendly, and reliable partner against a petulant, bullying, violent United States. The choice is clear, and I truly believe the world has already made it. This shocking decision to attack their own world-class educational institutions is just speeding up the great fall of a former superpower. And I'm all for that. And on that note, that will be all for today, you guys. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so do let me know down below. If trust in America's elite educational institutions is wiped out, what else does the US have left? And do you think the Democrats and the Republicans even realize that everything they do is speeding up their own fall from grace? Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.